It's time for another review. This one of The Gift, the 2000 movie by Sam Raimi, who's one of my favourite directors of all time, and this movie's not disappointing. I think I saw it a long time ago and sort of half watched it. I was interested in it because obviously I'm a Sam Raimi fan, and I thought, oh, Keanu Reeves is bad guy, that'll be quite interesting. And then I blanked out for 20 years, I guess, maybe more. And then I saw it was on Arrow Video tonight, and I was like, oh, that's quite cool. You know, I can justify watching Arrow Video for another month by watching this, maybe another movie. And I watched this, and I was really, really surprised. This is a great movie. It's a genuinely good movie. And I haven't watched, some ones I've watched recently, like, I really didn't like Brutalist. I really didn't like that Nicole Kidman one. And it's so rare to watch, like, a movie like this with elements which I'm not necessarily a fan of, like the sort of southern horror thriller aspect of American cinema. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it really doesn't. But I think Sam Raimi did a great job here. I think one of the reasons he did, because I do remember Billy Bob Thornton co-wrote the script, and he based the main character, Cate Blanchett's character, on his mum and her psychic abilities. Whether she actually has psychic abilities or not, I don't know, but her might doubt Billy Bob Thornton. But this is a really good example of the idea that actors sometimes make really good writers. Although I think Billy Bob Thornton was a writer who became an actor, I guess, I don't know. But much like Owen Wilson, Billy Bob Thornton's a really good writer, and I suppose it makes sense he hasn't done that much, because since this, I mean, he made that All Pretty Horses movie, which apparently is fantastic, but Miramax cut shit because Miramax were a bunch of arseholes, with two arseholes in particular, the Weinstein brothers. Anyway, back to the movie. Cate Blanchett is great in this. And I think one reason she's great is she doesn't overplay it. There's obviously a supernatural element to this movie in terms of her psychic visions are clearly actually psychic visions. They're not like, oh, is she psychic? No, it's like, no, she's very, very, very psychic. And the movie does a good job playing her. It's very sympathetic and not very, I mean, obviously some characters like Keanu Reeves' character is kind of, I think it's kind of over the top, but it kind of works based on how grounded Cate Blanchett is in this movie. Like, Ethel is a bit weird and very southern, and she's just like, no, I just want to, like, look after my kids and deal with my dead husband. So she's got a very sort of sympathetic story, and then always somewhat caricatures around her, quite over the top at points. Like, you know, it's very much like the episode Futurama with Southern guy going, oh gee whiz, you're giving me vapors. It's not a very good Southern accent, but fuck it, I don't give a shit. In this day and age, who really gives a shit? But I think Sam Raimi's perfect guy for this sort of movie, because he brings the style to it, and this is definitely a Sam Raimi movie in terms of how it's shot and constructed. And Cate Blanchett brings some genuinely great acting to it. I mean, nothing much saying that she is one of the best actresses of her generation. Best actors, I suppose you can say, best acting people, whatever. But she is always good. I mean, she carries this goddamn movie and brings a heart to it. I'm not going to say Sam Raimi movies don't have heart, but I will say I think particularly she brings a real heart to this movie, might not have otherwise had, despite the fact that it's a good script. And I think she really does that. And it's kind of nice where she's trusted for that, and Sam Raimi's trusted visuals to get something which is actually interesting to watch visually, and some cool shots and cool transitions and cool things like that. And then you get her performance, which really anchors it by letting us know this is a human being we do relate to, and we are quite, you know, one as happy an ending possible. But that's not to say this movie doesn't have some messed up stuff. Giovanni Ribisi's stuff is fucking terrifying. There's a few scenes where, I mean, it's one of those great things when you see an actor like Giovanni Ribisi, who I think has always been really good and stuff. But in this movie, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's cat and ball, man. I mean, he's terrific. That scene of him and Keanu Reeves in the car, that's not just acting, that's acting plus. So that's great. And I do like the fact that remembers it should be scary. You get a lot of movies like this and they don't really have much of a scare quota, but Sam Raimi, he knows what he's doing for a horror movie. And the automobiles, they're cool too, so that's cool. So yeah, I really liked it. I thought the script acting, directing, everything's really good. Yes, some parts of it a bit hammy than others, but I think that hits with the aesthetic, and I would feel comfortable saying that this movie is 4 stars with ease. It would be 5, but I think the last 50 minutes or so did kind of meander, but I find that with all mystery things. I find, like, where you think it could go is usually more interesting than where it goes, but then had cool endings, so there you go. Really enjoyed it, 4 stars.